Doctor Zhivago, 1965, not only captured audiences' hearts with its emotional love story set amid turmoil, but also left a deep mark thanks to its legendary cast. Yet behind the stage's bright spotlight are real-life stories full of pain and hardship. They endured illness, loss, and loneliness, but also left us valuable lessons in resilience, sacrifice, and the power of love. If you find this story interesting, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, leave a comment with 0. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more exciting videos. Join me as we explore this journey and celebrate this remarkable legacy today. Omar Sharif, born Michel Youssef Dimitri Chalhoub on April 10, 1932 in Alexandria, Egypt, was 33 years old when he was cast as Yuri Zhivago in the 1965 epic Doctor Zhivago, a doctor and poet torn between duty and love amid the chaos of the Russian Revolution. The role catapulted Sharif to international stardom, portraying a romantic yet tragic figure that in many ways mirrored the complexities of his own life. Despite his legendary film career, Omar Sharif's personal life was marked by deep sorrow. He was once married to actress Faten Hamama, a profound love that led him to convert to Islam in order to be with her. However, their nearly 2-decade-long marriage eventually came to an end, leaving Omar with a lasting sense of loneliness. A relentless filming schedule and political restrictions in Egypt drove him away from his family, and he spent much of his later life drifting across Europe with hotel rooms serving as his temporary homes. The breakdown of his family relationships drove Omar into long nights at the gambling table searching for luck as a way to ease his emotional pain. But this habit drained his finances and led to scandals. He was even involved in legal trouble due to gambling-related incidents. Once a suave and admired leading man, he became a regular fixture in tabloid headlines for all the wrong reasons. His once glorious film career gradually faded, leaving behind only scattered minor roles. In his final years, Alzheimer's disease severely affected Omar Sharif's memory, to the point where he could no longer recognize the very films that had made him a legend, a heartbreaking irony for such an iconic figure. Omar Sharif passed away on July 10, 2015, in Cairo at the age of 83. He was laid to rest with full honors at the El Sayeda Nafisa Cemetery, his casket draped in the Egyptian flag. At the time of his death, his net worth had dwindled to around $2 million, a modest sum compared to the global fame and success he once enjoyed. Rod Steiger was born on April 14, 1925, in West Hampton, New York, USA. In 1965, he portrayed Viktor Komarovsky, a calculating businessman and a complex antagonist in Doctor Zhivago. His conflicted relationship with Lara created both gripping and haunting moments that captivated audiences. This role solidified Steiger's status as one of Hollywood's finest actors, known for his intense and deeply emotional performances. However, Steiger's life off-screen was filled with turbulence. His childhood was marked by pain growing up with a mother battling alcoholism and an absent father, leaving him with a deep sense of insecurity and a lifelong yearning for validation. Later, his personal life was equally troubled. 5 marriages, including 10 years with actress Claire Bloom, all ended amid allegations of control and betrayal. These emotional breakdowns plunged him into profound loneliness, and he reportedly contemplated suicide multiple times. Although he won an Academy Award for his role in the Heat of the Night, 1967 years of depression and 2 heart surgeries took a toll on both his health and spirit. Eventually, in order to make ends meet, he accepted minor roles in commercial films, a decision that left him feeling stripped of his artistic integrity and self-worth. Rod Steiger once said that emotional pain is not something to be ashamed of, but rather an unavoidable part of the human experience. He passed away on July 9, 2002 in Los Angeles due to pneumonia and kidney failure following surgery. His net worth was estimated at around $8 million, a modest figure compared to the magnitude of his career. What he truly left behind was a legacy of raw, deeply layered characters that left an indelible mark on the history of cinema. Sir Alec Guinness was born on April 2, 1914 in Maida Vale, London. At the age of 51, he portrayed General Yevgraf Zhivago Yuri's half-brother in the film Doctor Zhivago, 1965. The character, stoic and stern, also served as the film's narrator, guiding the audience through its sweeping narrative. This role became one of the defining moments in Guinness's illustrious career and marked one of his 6 collaborations with director David Lean, further cementing his status as one of Britain's greatest acting legends, on par with icons such as Laurence Olivier and Ralph Richardson. Despite a brilliant career that earned him an Oscar for his role in The Bridge on the River Kwai and worldwide fame as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars series, Alec Guinness saw that fame as a burden. He bluntly called Star Wars rubbish and felt uncomfortable being forever associated with the image of a Jedi. His calm and straightforward personality drew criticism from many, but it also marked him as an artist unwilling to be confined by any single role or icon. In his private life, Guinness was discreet and devoted to his wife Marula Salomon, the partner he lived with from 1938 until his death. Their strong marriage stood in stark contrast to rumors about his reserved nature. He stayed clear of scandals, but beneath it all was a man who was strict, disciplined, and even somewhat distant, even to his most loyal fans. In his later years, he faced metastatic prostate cancer that spread to his liver, causing his health to decline rapidly. On August 5, 2000, Sir Alec Guinness passed away in West Sussex at the age of 86. His funeral was held quietly at St. Lawrence Catholic Church in Petersfield before he was laid to rest in the local cemetery. Upon his passing, he left behind an estate estimated at around $7 million, a figure reflecting the success and stability of a lifetime dedicated to the arts. Alec Guinness's legacy goes far beyond material wealth. His roles, such as Colonel Nicholson in The Bridge on the River Kwai, Yevgraf Zhivago in Doctor Zhivago, and Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, remain unforgettable marks in the history of world cinema. Julie Christie was born on April 14, 1941, in Chabua, Assam, India, where her father managed a tea plantation. At the age of 25, she made a lasting mark in film history with her role as Lara Antipova in Doctor Zhivago, 1965, the passionate and tragic lover of Yuri Zhivago amid the backdrop of the Russian Revolution. Her delicate beauty and emotionally rich performance helped Julie become one of the most prominent stars of the 1960s, capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide. However, behind the glamour was a turbulent childhood. Her parents divorced when she was young, and she was raised by her mother, spending many years in boarding school away from home. Those years of emotional absence shaped Julie's skepticism about marriage and family, a theme reflected in her later life choices. As she rose to fame, Julie felt the pressure of intense media scrutiny and the traps of stardom. She turned down many blockbuster roles, sacrificing the chance to become a top box office star. Her relationship with actor Warren Beatty from 1967 to 1973 attracted public attention, but ended painfully, making her more cautious in love. Afterwards, Julie chose a private life, staying away from Hollywood and only accepting roles that aligned with her passion. From the late 1970s, she lived with journalist Duncan Campbell, a long-lasting, non-traditional relationship, and quietly married him in 2007 at the age of 66. Her life has been a journey of seeking freedom, overcoming societal pressures and prejudices. By 2025, Julie Christie is 85 years old and living peacefully on a farm in Wales. She devotes her time to environmental activism, animal rights, and anti-nuclear campaigns. Although she rarely appears in public, Julie is still regarded as one of Britain's greatest actresses with a net worth of around $10 million. But her greatest legacy remains the timeless image of Lara Antipova, the role that forever etched her name in the hearts of audiences. Sir Ralph David Richardson was born on December 19, 1902 in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, England. At the age of 63, he portrayed Alexander Gromyko in Doctor Zhivago, 1965, the aristocratic father of Tanya, symbolizing the fading Russian intelligentsia under the pressure of revolution. With his calm demeanor and deep, resonant voice, Richardson brought a solemn atmosphere to the film, reflecting both his stature and real-life presence. Richardson's childhood was far from easy. His parents separated when he was just 5 years old, and he was raised by his mother in a devout but unstable environment. Initially, she intended for him to become a priest, but Richardson abandoned his studies to pursue his own passions. The first art form he explored was painting, but after a series of failures, he turned to the stage, where he quickly shone with rare talent, from the Vic Theatre to the grand stages of London's West End. His difficult early life shaped a unique personality, eccentric yet witty, always leaving a lasting impression. In his personal life, he endured a brief and painful first marriage when his young wife passed away. Later, he remarried actress Mariel Forbes and remained devoted to her until the end of his life. Known for his many playful antics, like walking his pet mouse in public or breaking audience silence with a witty remark, he was nonetheless a serious artist deeply dedicated to his craft. His film career ran parallel to his success on stage, marked by more than 60 roles, including classics such as The Fallen Idol and Long Day's Journey into Night. On October 10, 1983, he passed away in London after suffering a stroke at the age of 80. His simple funeral marked the closing of a golden chapter in British theatre. He left behind an estate worth around $2 million, but his true legacy lies in his artistic contributions. With his signature style, eccentric charm, and the emotional depth he brought to every character, Ralph Richardson became an immortal legend in the hearts of both critics and audiences around the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to learn more, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our exciting upcoming videos. Let's continue the journey together right now. Geraldine Lee Chaplin was born on July 31, 1944 in Santa Monica, California, as the eldest daughter of legendary film icon Charlie Chaplin and actress Una O'Neill. At just 21 years old, she made her mark on the international screen with her role as Tanya Gromyko in Doctor Zhivago, 1965, the devoted wife of Yuri, forever overshadowed by his love for Lara. This role marked Geraldine's first step in breaking free from the enormous shadow of her famous father, though the Chaplin name always came with heavy expectations. Geraldine's childhood was full of contradictions. As the daughter of a global superstar, she enjoyed the privileges of fame, but also endured the controversies surrounding her father. The family was forced to leave the United States due to a re-entry ban, and she grew up in Switzerland, where she studied ballet and once dreamed of becoming a professional dancer. When her dream of becoming a dancer fell apart, she turned to acting, a path that was both natural and challenging, as she constantly lived under the shadow of her famous father. Her personal life was no less complex. Geraldine had a relationship lasting over a decade with Spanish director Carlos Saura, with whom she had a son named Shane, despite never marrying him, something that was controversial at the time. Later, she had a daughter, Una, who also pursued a career in acting. Geraldine married late, tying the knot with cinematographer Patricio Castilla in 2006. The darkest chapter in her life came in 1978 when she personally negotiated with the kidnappers who stole her father's body to ransom her family, while also threatening the safety of her son, an event that haunted her for the rest of her life. By 2025, Geraldine Chaplin is 81 years old. She still lives and occasionally takes part in artistic projects across Europe, becoming an icon of multilingual international cinema. After decades of dedication to her craft and carrying on her family's legacy, her net worth is estimated at around $20 million. However, her true value lies in the image of a woman who dared to step out of her father's shadow, build her own career, and leave an indelible mark in the history of world cinema. Klaus Kinski, whose real name was Klaus Günther Karl Naksinski, was born on October 18, 1926, in Sopot, now Sopot, Poland. In 1965, at the age of 39, he appeared in Doctor Zhivago as Kostoled Amurski, an anarchist on the train transporting prisoners into exile. Although it was a minor role, Kinski's intense presence and fierce gaze left a deep impression, becoming his trademark. Kinski's life was marked by tension and chaos. After World War II, he returned from a prisoner of war camp and witnessed his parents being killed by bombing. This marked the beginning of many years of psychological and emotional struggles. He was diagnosed with a personality disorder and was known for frequent violent outbursts on film sets and stages. Colleagues, including director Werner Herzog, regarded him as a genius, but also a disaster. His tumultuous married life included 3 marriages and 3 divorces, leaving behind 3 children who lived in fear and estrangement. His daughter, Paula Kinski, openly described the abuse she suffered during her childhood in her memoir. Another daughter, actress Nastasia Kinski, also portrayed him as a violent man who instilled fear in his children. Klaus Kinski died suddenly on November 23, 1991, in Laguna, California, from a heart attack at the age of 65. He was cremated and his ashes were scattered in the Pacific Ocean, with only his son Nikolai present at the funeral. Despite leaving an artistic legacy with over 130 roles and an estate worth around $2 million, his name remains forever linked to the struggle between talent and inner darkness. Bernard Frederick Kay was born on February 23, 1928, in Bolton, Lancashire, England. At the age of 37, he appeared in Doctor Zhivago, 1965, as a Bolshevik soldier during the war. Although a minor role, it marked an important point in his career within a grand, epic film. Prior to this, Kay worked as a reporter before transitioning to the stage, gradually establishing his name through hundreds of roles on television and in theater. He became a familiar face to British audiences. His personal life, however, was filled with sorrow. He was married to actress Patricia Hayes, but their marriage lasted only 14 years before she passed away from cancer in 1977, leaving a profound loss in Kay's heart. He refused to remarry and lived alone with the memories of his late wife. Although he had no biological children, he was a stepfather to Hayes' daughter with actor Michael Caine, a relationship that helped him cope with his grief. His career remained strong with a variety of roles, from Saladin in Doctor Who to Shylock in The Merchant of Venice, always demonstrating emotional depth and subtlety. Bernard Kay was also known for his memoir, Maybe a Bastard, 2006, in which he revealed the hardships of his childhood and the silent pain that followed him throughout his life. He passed away in London on Christmas Day, December 25, 2014, at the age of 86. His estate was estimated to be around $1 million. Although he left quietly, he is remembered as a dedicated actor and a soul who endured much silent loss. Noel Willman was born on August 4, 1918, in Derry, Ireland. In 1965, at the age of 47, he appeared in the film Doctor Zhivago as Razin, a minor revolutionary character with a prominent presence in several scenes, helping to paint a comprehensive picture of the historical upheaval of that era. By this time, Willman was already a familiar face in both British and American theater and cinema, establishing himself as an accomplished director and actor. However, behind the spotlight was a life full of stress. Born and raised during Europe's turbulent times, he chose art as a means to free his soul. His theatrical career was closely tied to plays rich in philosophy and politics, and he faced significant pressure managing major productions. The peak of Willman's career came in 1962, when he won a Tony Award for his role in A Man for All Seasons. Yet success only added to the pressure to maintain his reputation in the fiercely competitive theater world. Willman was not only a director but also frequently returned to acting, collaborating with many great names such as Paul Scofield, Alec Guinness, Katharine Hepburn, and Christopher Reeve. His perfectionism and strict standards made him a solitary figure. Little is known about his private life, but colleagues described Willman as someone completely immersed in his work, rarely showing fatigue or sadness. However, this dedication eventually wore him down in his later years. Willman passed away on December 24, 1988, in New York at the age of 70. The cause of his death was not widely disclosed, though many believe he endured a long battle with illness. With an estimated net worth of around $3 million, Willman left behind not only material wealth, but also a profound artistic legacy on stage and screen. Though he departed quietly, he is remembered as a devoted artist who lived passionately until the very end. Tom Courtenay was born on February 25, 1937, in Kingston upon Hull, England. At the age of 28, he played Pasha Antipov in Doctor Zhivago, 1965. Pasha is Lara's revolutionary husband, initially an idealist, who gradually becomes a harsh Bolshevik leader. This role propelled Courtenay to international stardom and earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, marking a significant turning point in his career. Although praised as a leading figure of the British New Wave, Courtenay admitted he never truly enjoyed filmmaking and often felt suffocated by the pressures of fame. From the late 1960s, while many of his peers chased Hollywood glory, he returned to the stage where he found true artistic freedom. His decision to step away from commercial films led to a quieter career, but in return, he earned respect from colleagues and critics alike. His personal life went through many ups and downs. His marriage to actress Cheryl Kennedy from 1973 to 1982 ended in separation, leaving a lasting sadness. It was only when he found friendship with Isabel Crossley, a theater manager at the Royal Exchange, that he found peace and stability. Beyond his work, Courtenay has maintained strong ties to his hometown of Hull, frequently returning and being honored with the freedom of the city. The memoir, Dear Tom Letters, From Home 2000. A collection of letters exchanged between him and his mother reveals a sensitive man sometimes vulnerable under the weight of success. By 2025, Tom Courtenay is 88 years old. He lives with his wife Isabel in England, occasionally appearing in television or stage projects, but mostly spending his time in peaceful retirement. With a net worth of about $5 million, he's not one of Hollywood's richest, but his long career and memorable roles have made him a true icon of British film and theatre. Rita Tushingham was born on March 14, 1942, in Liverpool, England. In 1965, at just 23 years old, director David Lean cast her as Tanya in the epic film Doctor Zhivago. Tanya was later revealed to be the daughter of Yuri and Lara. With her large, expressive eyes and natural acting style, Tushingham quickly made a strong impression and became one of the most prominent faces of British cinema at the time. However, early fame also brought a lot of pressure. Her roles in films such as A Taste of Honey, The Leather Boys, The Knack and How to Get It sparked controversy because they tackled themes like unconventional love and youthful rebellion, drawing sharp criticism from the press on multiple occasions. Her personal life has also been marked by many ups and downs. Her first marriage to photographer Terry Bicknell ended in heartbreak, leaving deep wounds. Later, she had a relationship with cinematographer Usama Rawi, but it was also unstable, causing her to go through several painful breakups. The biggest shock for the family came when her daughter Aisha was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 33 years old. Tushingham nearly put her career on hold to support her daughter throughout the treatment process, and this experience transformed her into a powerful advocate in cancer awareness campaigns. Once known as a bold screen star, Rita quietly became a symbol of resilience and maternal strength, earning deep respect from the public. By 2025, at 83 years old, she still maintains remarkable vitality, continuing to appear in projects like The Responder 2022. She lives in London, spending time with her family and engaging in social activities, still regarded as an icon of the new wave of British cinema. With a career spanning over 6 decades, her net worth is estimated at around $3 million, modest compared to her fame, but reflecting a lifelong dedication to the arts and an enduring legacy in film history. Tarek Sharif was born in March 1957 in Egypt as the only son of the legendary couple Omar Sharif and Faten Hamama. In 1965, at about 8 years old, he made his first screen appearance in the film Doctor Zhivago, playing Sasha, the son of Yuri and Tanya. Although a minor supporting role, his presence attracted attention as a shadow within the historical narrative. However, unlike his famous father, Tarek did not pursue an artistic career. The pressure of carrying the Sharif name led him to withdraw from acting after only a few films, including Avalanche 1969. Growing up in the huge shadow of his father, he experienced significant psychological stress and chose a quiet life away from the spotlight. His parents' marriage ended when he was young, leaving lasting emotional scars. Tarek himself lived a private life, staying out of the public eye, while his son Omar Sharif Jr. continued to carry the family's cinematic legacy to the world. Constant comparisons to his father only made him further withdraw from fame and attention. By 2025, Tarek Sharif is 70 years old. He leads a quiet life, staying far from the Hollywood spotlight. Although he never had a prominent artistic career, he is still remembered as the keeper of the legacy of a legendary cinematic family. His net worth is estimated at around $1 million, mainly from his brief childhood career and family inheritance. For Tarek, peace and privacy are the most precious treasures after a childhood lived in the glare of fame. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this content interesting and heartfelt, please like the video to support the channel, share it to spread the word to classic film lovers, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos about screen legends. Hit the notification bell to get updates as soon as new videos are released. Do you have any memories of the film Doctor Zhivago? Leave a comment below, we'd love to hear your story. See you in the next videos.